Good morning, everyone. Treasure Troller here with the recap of the season finale of Alone. And I'm not happy about this vlog. I'm just not happy about this season. The contestants. It was bad. It's almost like Alone jumped the shark tank with this one, and I guess I have to curb my... Now, why did you pull in front of me to drive like that? Oh, just fast enough to pass me well, anyways, I have to sort of, or I want to try to sort of curb my comments because these guys were put at such a disadvantage with all the restrictions. It's really kind of hard to tell. But there's one thing that this season brought out, and I guess something that I would like to see that just didn't happen, and I don't necessarily need to see someone thrive, but I need to see people sustain. Your skills should allow you to sustain, and instead they just starve. And I'm just not sure. I'm not sure I can watch the next season if all it's going to be is about starving. Now, I know that there were other people on, and I can't think of some of their names because this was, I just thought off the top of my head, but as far as the last four contestants, Colton and Clay were the only two that deserved to be on that show. I think the guy from Michigan was fine until he got homesick. But Teresa was an abject failure. I've never seen someone so ill-equipped, such an ill-equipped survival expert. Just a total failure. Biko. Talked about it in some of the comment sections. What'd the guy do? Gained about 80 pounds and lived off his fat storage. Didn't catch a fish. Didn't get any small game. No big game, nothing. And I went back to that Facebook page to get the picture of Clay, and I saw Sam had done some sort of live stream. It was only about 30 minutes long, so I don't know if this was at what time of the Alone it was, but he was more or less answering questions, and he made and I didn't watch the whole thing. I didn't really care. The show was already over, but he said he kind of felt sorry for Sam because Sam couldn't, because of the limited resources, Sam couldn't really show his skill, or because of the limited resources, Biko couldn't show his skills. Really. He showed his skills trying to fish. He showed his skills with a gill net. But we never saw him setting any snares. Never even saw him pull a bow. This dude, the only fish he got was a dead minnow on the beach. That's it. But the place limited his skill set because of the limited resources. I'm really perplexed about this season. I'm not sure why, like I said in the beginning, I'm not sure why survival experts would want to put themselves in a situation like this. I'm not really sure why the producers thought this would be a good location. It was just a show, it was just a season that was confounding to me. I wish I could say something positive about it other than it's over. I've never seen so many people fail at skills that they should have as these people did. Yeah, it was bad. So, you know, we talked about Clay having an advantage. You know, I think Biko with and this brings up another point too, but Biko with his will, and then Clay was talking about it's mostly will as well. Well, if that's the case, if it really comes down to homesickness and just the desire to continue to live like that, why don't the producers give them like a canoe? Why don't they give them a little bit more of a resource to go catch food? Because if food really isn't the issue, if it's being away from people you care about, then they can give them a 2-week supply of food, a damn rifle, endless amounts of ammunition, a boat, a motor, 100 yards of gill net they can put out. If that's what it comes down to, is just will and desire to stay out there and be away from people you care about, give them whatever they want. It just drove me nuts this season. This season drove me nuts. And it was a show that I really enjoyed watching, but this season was just nearly unwatchable. But with that, I guess congratulations to Clay. Put a guy out there with a heart condition. A guy recovering from an ankle injury. Oh, and that accent of Teresa's drove me absolutely crazy. Drove me nuts. That was the best part of her leaving. I didn't have to listen to any more of those vagina monologues. Oh. Today I'm going to do nothing but drink tea. And then it was, somebody had said, I'm sorry, I think, what's the last name? Divine. Someone in the comments about, you wouldn't be surprised if they threw meat on the beach for her just so she could win. And then she has that comment about, oh, a deer. And it's like, oh shit, they did it. They actually did it. And it was nothing but deer tracks, but, you know, go get your bow and stalk it? Nah. Out of the hell with that. Let's not try to put any meat on the table. Of course, she couldn't process it. I'm just you know, I think from now on what she needs to be is like on the, you know, those home makeover shows. She could be on like a shelter makeover show where she shows up, you know, you've got this 40-acre parcel and you want to live off the grid like a survivalist, and she shows up and, you know, you go away and stay in a motel for 3 days, and she comes in and builds you the shelter of your dreams, and then they give the big reveal, you know, like a big woods billboard thing in front of it, and then they pull it back and they show you your new hut, That's good for her. Biko, you know, he'll be a social media sensation. Of course, he can't teach you anything but how to put on pounds on the preseason diet. So this season, I guess, will be punchlines. So I'm sorry I couldn't be more uplifting. It's just, I think all the factors of this season just really made it a bad season. So this is Treasure Troller saying aloha and good day.